After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast. Wow.
Podcast.
Let's try that again. Welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 286. It is not December 11th. It is Sunday, December 10th, 2017. We have a little bit of a hectic day tomorrow, so we decided to podcast a little early.
Not really hectic. It's just...
Well, it is, because we want to go to Mass and Confession, then at that adoration, you would have to get up earlier than normal, so after going to bed late. So yeah, hectic. So, we are podcasting today. Want to wish, well, let's introduce ourselves. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I am Ty, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
And we want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. We thank you for joining us. If you are new, we're glad that you found us. Hey, Acorn. And if you are returning, we're glad that you are back. If you are in the shadows, new or returning, please do feel free to join the Ravelry group. We'd love to have you with us. That's where you can be eligible for prizes and giveaways and the announcements and all that kind of things.
You can be eligible for announcements?
Yes, that too. And if you are watching on YouTube, please do feel free to subscribe. It's the little red button on your left. Okay? What do you have in your mug?
I have Plum Deluxe, and this is, well, it says Rain Day Puree, but it's actually Rainy Day Puree, if I remember correctly. It says enjoy when your day needs a sweet and spicy pep. It's got puree tea, cinnamon bark, orange peel, ginger root, anise, safflower, sweet cinnamon extract, love, gratitude, and most importantly, caffeine.
This is her 1 cup today.
Yes, my 1 cup. I basically have like one a week.
Yeah.
At this point. When I podcast this early in the morning.
Yeah, because it was right after Mass. It's like 8:30. Actually, it might be a little later. It's almost 9.
Here, have a taste.
Okay. What's your mug?
Oh, this is my dysautonomia mug.
Boy, that smells strong. That's really good. It tastes cinnamony. That's what it tastes like.
It's got cinnamon in it.
That's what it tastes like, cinnamon. And that's what it smells like, cinnamon. Well, I think I need a palate cleanser before I do mine.
Not because it isn't good, but because it's got
no,
a very
because it's
strong
so
flavor
strong. I don't want it to compromise mine. Here, I've got Plum Deluxe. Yes,
she actually is drinking her very first complete cup of Plum Deluxe.
This is Happy Hour blend herbal tea, a fun, feisty blend that makes every tea moment a happy hour.
This is one of our favorites.
Yes, all organic, honeybush tea, hibiscus, lemon verbena, lime extract, love, gratitude, no caffeine. Okay?
That's the only reason why I'm not having it today is because it's got no caffeine.
So it's in my St. Paul mug.
And you have to share a taste.
I do.
Because I always share a taste with you. And this is one of my favorites. Thankfully, we drink with different hands, so we always drink out of the opposite side of the mug.
Not that it's a problem or anything, but...
Well, you got germies.
No, you have germies, and I can't have germies for another week.
Such a good tea.
But I had to have the palate cleanser because the other one is so strong. Not that it's bad.
No, it's just two different flavors.
It's very good, but it's such a strong flavor that would overwhelm this one. This one's much, it's got a strong taste, but it's milder, I think is what I'm trying to look for.
This is strongly lime. This one's strongly cinnamon. And I don't usually put lime and cinnamon together.
This is amazing.
My hair is a little wild today.
Yes, it is. But it looks cute. It does look cute. Well, you're going to do this, Come on, let's have the hands.
Well, only because I'm imitating my mother.
All right. We have a new
We have
member.
to do it together, though.
Okay. The new members. We have Netsipud. Netsipud? Netsipud? Nettie. Welcome, Nettie. We're glad to have you
Welcome,
with us.
Nettie.
And I think she's from across the pond, so it's good to have you with us. We're glad to have you here.
If she wasn't from across the pond, it wouldn't be good to have her with us.
Yeah, I guess we'd accept her anyway. We're glad to have you with us, Nettie.
Yes.
Now, the dysautonomia
Dysautonomia.
Myths prize giveaway. We've had 2 people claim the prizes. We still need to hear from J Ladybug 671. We want to give this to you, so you need to contact us as soon as you hear it or see it. We know that.
Please write her name down.
Okay, I will in just a second. We know that this is a busy time of year. You may be behind on podcasts. That's why we're giving you to the end of the month. By January 1st, it will be gone. Okay, we won't be giving it away anymore, or we'll be pulled or whatever.
Right.
So please do contact us, J Ladybug 671. And I don't know what your name is. I'm sure I know
I think
somewhere,
it's Jeanette.
but I don't remember. So
I feel strongly like it's Jeanette, but
okay. So we hope to hear from you soon. Okay. Congratulations to all our
Yes.
winners, and thank you for taking part with that. Okay. We have about 2.5 weeks for the coupon code from the Yarn and I, who is Cappy from the Yarn and I
I
Cappy
can't believe
podcast.
it's so late in the year.
Right. The coupon code will be in the podcast thread because it's for our Ravelry group members. And it entitles our viewers to a 15% discount on any purchase over $25. And the Etsy shop is the Yarn and I. Okay, it's valid until December 31st. So she's put a lot of new stuff up since her last Fiber Festival and since the Christmas holidays have started. So you might want to check that out. She's got some really nice things out there. I think she does mostly fingering and sock, but she does bare yarn. She has notions. It's a really good place to stop by and see what there is on offer if you're in the market for something. Good Christmas gifts, okay? Okay, current and other groups. Okay, speaking of Cappy, the Yarn and I Cappy podcast is having a cal that is fostering awareness of depression and to support ourselves. So it started January 1st and it goes to the end of the year. And what it is just making something for you, okay? We're not talking about something that makes you happy to make and give away. We're talking about something that makes you happy that you want to keep for yourself.
Yes.
Okay? Because we tend to be, knitters and crocheters, crafters in general, tend to be very generous with what they make. And,
For yourself.
and so they don't keep a lot of stuff. So this is for you, all right? And please use the hashtag the numerals 123, the words for me, KALCAL, okay? So number 123 for me, Cal, or hashtag 123 for me, Cal. The Harry Potter Cal is Victorian Studios podcast. That's Maureen, and she is
Well, my owl could count.
yes, definitely, and I love that owl. Okay, she's hosting it for the entire year, and it's anything that is Harry Potter related, patterns, yarns, whatever. And if you have a doubt, just ask her. She will be more than happy to answer your questions. And like I said, it does go to the 31st. She's very approachable. She's also very accepting of many things. She'll stretch it. If you can make any kind of argument that it can be Harry Potter related, she's pretty good about accepting it, okay? And both of those 2 podcasts are very much well worth watching. They're informative, they're entertaining, they're just a lot of fun, okay? The Whip It Good Cal, and that's in the Undead Yarn and Crocheting Hoovian podcast groups. And we talk about all these podcasts we talk about a lot. So we love them. They're very much worth watching. And the idea of this Cal, the Whip It Good Cal, is to take out your plops and whips, finish them up, work on them, whatever. As long as you work on them during the time period, they're eligible for prizes.
And for the new members, what is a plop?
A plop, a project long-term ongoing project. Don't ask me. That's a Tilly Troudism, and I don't know. So Tilly, if you hear me, you can explain to us the plop.
If you're still watching podcasts, Tilly,
Yes.
I know that you kind of dropped mostly out of the podcasting.
Yes, every once in a while I see stuff on Instagram, and she's very talented, very sweet. So work on those and get them into those respective groups. there are prizes on offer. The rules for all these things are in their groups. And, okay, let's see. I think that goes to the end of the year. It does. And the last one we're going to talk about is the Stash Reduction Cal. And this is in the Never Cast Off podcast, which is Sheila, who is Blue Yarn Always, and Debbie, who is Deb's Destiny. And they had this going to the end of the year. It started in January. And they're doing this in conjunction with the Fiber Pusher podcast, who is Benita, and I think it's Benita's story.
That sounds right.
I think. There's something else that she might be by, but I can't remember what it is. I don't think she's Fiber Pusher. I think she's Benita's story. In any event, both those podcasts are co-hosting, and the current prize thread is in the Never Cast Off podcast group. Okay? The rules are in their groups. So you have a little bit of time to put things in there if you're doing this. It's a lot of fun, and the prizes have been pretty amazing over there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and all those podcasts are well worth watching. Okay, so do you have anything to say before we get into our current?
Nope.
This is good. Okay. All right, Toy Along. Yes, the Toy Along is got about 2.5 more weeks. Wow.
I can't believe that.
That just makes me shake my head. This has been going on. Well, first of all, we have 2 lovely co-host groups, 3 co-hosts. We have
All of them lovely.
Yes, all of them lovely, especially one ginger-haired male of about what 6
6
foot 4,
5. Yeah.
Hi, Dan.
Quite lovely.
Yes, quite lovely. He's sweet. Otherwise, he wouldn't put up with us. So, Maureen from the Victorian Studio Podcast is one of our co-hosts, and Kay and Dan, who are Bryony Bears and Obi-Wan Knitter.
I was just waiting for you to flip it the other way.
I was going to, because apparently their names are not Kay and Dan, but Can and Day. Anyway.
And you sometimes put the wrong handle on the wrong person.
Yes, well, it's their fault. I know it's their fault somehow. I don't know how it's their fault, but it's their fault. Hi, Kay. Hi, Dan.
Hi, guys.
So, anyway, they are the co-hosts, and their podcast is amazing. It's very informative in more levels than one. Mm-hmm. They're very historical, or history oriented, as well as they have some fun things like games, and they do all kinds of neat stuff. So if you don't watch them, give them a try. They're a little longer. I used to have to watch them in pieces, but they're worth watching. Mm-hmm. Okay? So they are our co-hosts. That's a long way of saying who our co-hosts are.
Very, very long way.
It's been going on, our Toy Along has been going on since October 1st, and it ends December 31st.
I just can't believe how long it's been going on.
I know, it's amazing. 1 whip per project per week. The project, whenever it's finished, in terms of the FO. We have featured patterns and featured yarns. Brittany is doing a Hufflepuff.
Oh.
I may be happy that someone is doing Laura's. That's awesome.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's adorable. It didn't have its arms and legs yet. It looked like a big pillow puff.
Oh.
But anyway, featured patterns. Any Franciscan gypsy toy design, okay? Any finished, or any KF Jones toy design, Bryony Bear.
Is her fox out yet?
I don't know. It might be.
Because I looked for it the other day and it wasn't out yet.
It might be. Any finished Laura Concerts Hufflepuff design, okay? Laura's and Talia's are crocheted. Kay's are knitted, okay? So it gives you an option for knitted or crocheted for double the chance at a prize for the finished object. Featured yarns are My Yarn, okay? Lady Furnicle Creations yarn, and Undead yarn. That's Heidi, Knitty Girl, okay? If you complete an object in those yarns, then not to use both yarns in the same project, either of those yarns, then you have 2 chances of prize for finished object. If you use a featured yarn with a featured pattern and you complete the project, you get 3 chances at a prize. You are responsible for your multiple postings. Please do put the yarn bands or some notification of what the yarn is so that people know what you're using. We trust you, but so people know what they're using. So if they want to purchase the yarn, they know what it is.
Right.
Okay? Okay. They may be lidded. Wow.
Lidded, wow.
Okay, hold on. I need tea. This doesn't have caffeine in it, though. Okay.
This does.
They may be knitted, loom knitted, or crocheted, okay? And they can be started at any time, all right? So that's that. We have many prizes.
Many.
Prizes. Thank you to our generous donators, and we will we'll name them again when we give out the prizes. And I don't know why I'm so tongue-tied.
I don't know why either.
Of
Must be something in the tea.
course, we do allow double and triple dipping wherever, as long as they're allowed, where you're double dipping and you're a member of the group. Please do continue to tell people about the toy along, so if they want to join, they can. But they have 2 weeks. Toys go pretty fast. If they're not, ginormous, they go pretty fast. So they have a chance to get chances for prizes. So, okay. The upcoming Cal-Cals I mentioned last week, there's going to be the Ready, Set, Go. And what's going to be different about the Ready, Set, Go Cal-Cal is that all the rules are the same, except that they have to be started on January 1st, because it's the starting all the things, okay? The other one that we will be starting, and this one will be all year, right, is the tea and...
Yes.
The tea and books, whatever. We have still haven't decided on a name. If you have an idea for names for tea and books, a Cal-Cal that goes all year long, put it in a thread.
Yeah,
okay?
we're still working on details, and honestly, we need to
Yeah, we
hop
do.
on that.
We need to get moving on that. So please, go ahead and think about what you think would be a good name for a tea and book-based Cal-Cal. Okay? All right, and it will be a year long. All right, moving on. Whips.
Yes. So, oops. There's a bunny.
Yes.
I think you have more than me.
I think I have 6.
I have 5.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, so you go first.
Okay. Yeah, today was a rough week for doing crochet and knitting, but I did get other things done. So let me see here. And I apologize for my voice going in and out. I'm not sure what the deal is. Let me see if I can find my... Oops.
There's a bunny.
It is.
He is.
Well, I said he is. It is.
He.
Where is my first one? Thank you, Heidi, for featuring my yarn in an upcoming along of yours. I'm not sure which one it was, but I appreciate that. I have to rewatch her podcast. Okay, in my Kikiboo Puzzle Pieces bag is my Because He Asked Me from the Tie Me Up pattern by Bernat Studio Designs. And I really didn't do anything on this until yesterday when we were watching a movie. I had to kind of hide it because I was sitting there watching a movie with my husband. But I got about 4 rows done on this, so it's starting to grow. See, it's not going to be done, I don't think. Maybe it will, I don't know. So, this is a nice, easy, kind of restful knit. The problem is finding time when himself isn't there.
Right.
And this is Matosh DK in the Shire colorway. And these are Chalgu needles size 3s, US 3s. Okay.
Okay, so for me, the first one I only worked on a little bit last night or early this morning. I'm not quite sure when. It is in my Sew Shed USA Marvel bag. I need a Daredevil bag. Anyway, this is Scarlet, which is the Sparkle Unipony pattern by Franciscan Gyp. Well, that's me.
By herself.
And I'm using Knit Picks Brava Sport in the colorways red and white for mom. And instead of doing the horn, it's going to be an actual pony.
Not a dragon.
Not a dragon.
I had to giggle when she said that. That was so cute.
So just to the ear. And Just a little bit farther on the body.
Cool.
So,
I'm not putting the ears right, but
yeah.
however they go. Yay.
Just a little bit of work on that because, you know, this is a toy along.
Yep. I usually finish more toys during a toy along, but the last couple of years have been difficult for that. Okay, my next one is my Turbo Knitter. Hi Kenneth, I hope you're feeling better. Turbo Knitter 64 Minnie and Mickey Mouse bag is my Oceana Cowl project from the Nifty Knitter Cowl with pom-poms. I don't like pom-poms, so I'm not doing pom-poms. Imogen Cowl pattern by Lion Brand. And this is James C. Brett yarn. Marble Chunky. And I think it's the Oceana colorway or Ocean colorway. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I worked a little bit on this yesterday. I love this colorway. All the greens and kind of blueies. You know, blueies.
Blueies?
Blueies. Blueies. There we go. So. And it looks like it's open in here, but it really isn't when it gets, I mean, it's kind of open, but it closes up as it gets longer. I think the pegs widen it out.
Mm-hmm.
And when you put it on, it's going to be layered because it's a very tall cowl. So that's that. I think I have to do like, I don't know how many inches on this. I should probably check that. Let's see. It might be closer than I think. Oh, 20 inches. I might be there. I might have a finished object next week.
Well, that would be exciting.
That would be nice. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Sue, it's nice to see you back on the boards. Glad to see you active there again. Okay.
Indeed. Even though I myself have not been on the boards.
I've gone in spurts. In terms of when my time allows. We have wonderful moderators who take care of things for us. We're spoiled.
Yes, we are.
We're spoiled administrators.
Yes, we are.
Okay, it's your turn, sweetheart.
So,
Oh, sounds like Davina's doing the dishwasher. I was going to ask her, but she did it all by herself. She's been having a little bit of rough days. I'm proud of her.
did I not mark this?
Did you not mark what?
Hold on. I didn't think it was that far down. Oh, yes, it is. Okay. Well, we'll do this one first then. In my Kiwi Bags Teacups bag. Oops.
It's funny.
Are my recess socks, or rather Mom's recess socks. And this is the Miss L's Basic 6-ply sock pattern by Miss L. I'm using Miracle Gen Superwash DK, and I think it's Merino DK, even though I didn't write it there, in the colorway Sidewalk Chalk. And it's, like I said, for Mom.
So pretty. Yay, I have more knitted socks.
This is still the first sock.
If anyone had asked me, like 5 years ago, why people got so excited about socks, I would have looked at them like, I don't know, that's silly. But I understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Knitted socks.
They're very comfy. I have a coworker who keeps wanting to talk me into making for him a toboggan, as he calls it, which I guess is another name for a hat.
A hat with a long...
No, apparently it's just a winter hat,
Oh, really? Okay.
according to some people.
Oh, I never heard it called that.
Yeah, apparently
I thought the toboggan hats were like the ones with the scarf.
I always thought a toboggan was what you used to go down a hill in the
It is.
snow, but
It
you
is.
know.
It definitely is. Wait a minute. Okay. That's funny.
I told him I didn't love him enough to knit for him.
And he couldn't afford you. Okay. My next one is in my Silver Shed USA. Yes. Eeyore bag. Nah. It's my... Nah. And if you catch that reference, I will be impressed.
Yeah, no one's gonna catch that reference.
School Marm Shawl from the Easy A pattern by Laura Smoot. And I did a couple of rows on this. I love this pattern, I have to say. I do.
That's just your skirt.
It does. Well, it kind of clashes because it's got splotches, but
No, because the splotches are just darker red.
yeah. So I'm making some progress. it's all garter stitch, so I don't really think there's a front or a back, but I guess this is the front that I marked. So you can see like little teacup progress keeper I got from Laura Concert. Thank you, Laura.
What's this marked for?
I don't know. Oh, that was where I fixed it.
Oh, well then why don't you take it out?
I don't know. I'm going to leave it there and see if it looks okay later.
So if it doesn't look okay, you'll make me go back 20 rows. Or
Oh.
assume that I will go back 20 rows.
It's a little more open, but not really much. I mean, it's not
Okay.
going to be a problem. So, and the yarn is Miss Babs Yazwood Skein in the Gotta Love Me colorway. I like this. It's a nice pattern. It's squishy. And it's just fun. And I'm using 10.5s. Normally I would probably use 9s or maybe a 10. But I didn't have any available and I wanted to do it.
See, I used 8s.
Yeah. For this,
Maybe a 9.
you
I
haven't
can't
made
remember.
this one, have you?
Oh wait, which one's that?
This is the Easy A.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was the other one. Okay, never mind.
No, usually like when I'm doing Kay's shawls or whatever with Miss Babs, I'll use 8 or 9.
Yeah, that's usually what I use.
And I didn't have any available, and I was wanting to start it now. So
No impulse control.
no impulse control, no elf control. Okay, go ahead.
So, my Bonnie Blue Lass, which is what I'm currently working on. This is the Celtic Princess Poncho by Wendy D. Johnson, and I'm using Cascade 220 in the colorway The Puget Sound. And I'm using, well, the whole project lives in the Silver Shed USA Batman bag. This particular skein of yarn lives in the Fun in the Woman Cave bag from this year.
It's hard to believe that was this year.
A
It seems like a long time.
This year's been really something else.
Yeah,
Um,
and it's phenomenal.
yes. So, just a little bit of progress. I had to go for 8 inches, so I'm going to be doing ribbing for quite a while.
How inches? 8?
8.
Was that about 5?
I don't know. I
Maybe a
haven't
little
measured
more?
for a while. I know it's not 8, though.
No, 8. 8.
8.
Sorry, reference of a private nature.
Yeah, no one will get
No
that.
one will get that. If they did, they'd be telepathic.
Yes.
In my Valeria birthday bag, okay, all the fruits and vegetables, this is just fruits, is my On Cloud 9 project in a Lala Simple Shawl pattern by Laura Linneman. And I did a little bit on this. And this is a DPN cozy from Thank God for Bags. That is Sheila, who is Blue Yarn Always. And I like the way this works with it. I use these and I use those metal things, metal tube things.
And by metal tube thing, she means.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
I'm missing one.
There we go. Isn't that pretty? I love that pattern. Simple stitches, beautiful classic pattern. I think she hit a home run with that one. Absolutely gorgeous. The yarn is bulky, undyed yarn that I picked up from Heidi, who is Knitty Girl.
And this is how her shawl will look finished.
Right, so you can see it's the same shawl.
It looks really classy in the white, though.
Yeah.
Just gonna say.
It's a pattern that looks classy regardless.
Yeah, but there's a reason I wanted initially to make it in the white, because it's just...
And for me, this might be a go-to even for charity and stuff, because yes, it's taking me a long time right now, but it's an easy enough pattern that, and it looks nice. It looks like you put some extra work into it, and you do. But I'm not saying that you don't put work into it, regardless of how.
It's a
easy.
very... I never used a notebook or anything. I just memorized the pattern.
Now I'm not confident enough to do that.
I read
but-
my knitting.
but and I don't know how to read my knitting well enough yet. But it's not a hard pattern. I do this in front of TV and all that, so it's a real good one.
Okay, so next, next to is the first of the two projects that I spent most of my time working on. This between podcasts. So this is in my
Such a cute bag.
House of Yarn
Bedtime.
campfire. No, I don't get the bedtime alarm anymore for Fitbit. This is the special weather alert.
Oh right. Yeah. I think
Yeah, okay. So anyway, sorry. This is my campground bag, and it's the Ruby Cow, which is a Duke pattern by me. It's actually only the third one I've knit of them.
Right.
It's not one of my... Simply because most people go to me, I think, for toy designs. So I don't think they usually look at the Duke.
Oh, there are a fair amount.
Are there?
I think there are.
I'll have to take a look and see how many projects there are.
I don't know how many projects are actually on there, but I know people talk about it,
Yeah.
So
I haven't heard it talked about that much, but I know there are several people who do like it. This is my only knit pattern. So, Matosh in the colorway Cardinal.
that's pretty.
And quite a bit of progress was made because I was barely started
That's
last
really
time.
nice. The first one, she has one that she already made for herself. I have one that she made, and then she's got this one.
So, here's the cable on the back. And my inspiration was taken from Zuzu's Petals for the idea of the cowlet. But I wanted something with cables.
Always makes me think of Rawhide. Rowdy.
Right, but I hadn't watched Rawhide at that point, so I did a reference to the Duke instead. Now, who is John Wayne?
Right.
Now with,
he is.
if I had designed this after I watched Rawhide, it might have had a different name. Because you're right, those guys wear them a lot more and wear it differently.
Well, he wore them a lot, too. He always had a necklace.
he always had one,
Yeah.
but I think he tied his differently.
Sometimes he had the...
Yeah, maybe some, I can't remember.
It's a Western thing.
Yeah, but who knows if I would have named it differently if I had seen Rawhide at that point. But you have the big cable in front and the littler cable
Was that
in
a
the
cable
back.
4 or cable 6?
Well, that would be, it's a paper pattern.
You're right. I keep forgetting it's not free.
Yeah, it's not free.
Because it was free for several months.
Yeah. So, I mean, well, no, people who actually know, people know cables can tell just by, it's a very simple pattern.
Right.
But I can't be giving away all my secrets, such as they are.
Okay. My next one is in my, well, it's kind of in my bag here. This is my Skylar project from the Sleepy Bear by Jennifer Oliveras. And I'm using 3.75 F-hook, Plymouth yarn, Coral close spun in the Ocean Drift colorway, and Knit Picks in the Dove Gray. I finished the head and body. Looks kind of like a bowling pin. It's gonna be a good size. And I started the two arms. I worked on this Friday, I think it was. I'll find my other one. I like to do the limbs 2 at a time. I know it's in here somewhere. There it is.
But you just can't find it?
Find it. Here it is. Okay. So, I don't know why this one's a little more pointier. But anyway. So, there's that. They look a little different. I may have to see why that is. Might have been the way I started the... There we go. That's better. So, that's started the two arms. I don't know why I have 2 different hooks in here. Okay. So that's finished. That's what I've done. I have to keep looking. I like the way she does the bottom here. When she does the decreases to close up, it's a little bit different than your normal one. It's a little less fiddly in terms of catching your stuffing and stuff. So I do like that. She did a good job on that. And this is my Silver Shed USA Star Wars Green at bag. Okay. You have another one?
Do you have something else to talk about? I'm writing a quick note down.
Okay. This is my last one.
And I just have one after that, too.
This is in my Ploverbird sheep bag. And this is Happiness is a Rainbow. This is poor Little Miss Thing. She's in there, so I need to lower my voice. And I didn't do a whole lot on here, just a little bit. In fact, I don't really remember how much I worked on this. But I said that I did, so I guess I must have. All caught up in my yarn here. There we go.
I have ideas.
You have ideas?
Move That is a movie reference.
That is a definite reference, and I'll be impressed if you get that one as well.
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit obscure. Okay. So, there's how I'm going so far. I'm still in the pinks and purples, but the next color should be orange. But I still have a fair amount of pink to go.
I can't wait till you reach some of these other colors in here.
Yeah.
Because right now you can't tell, really.
Yeah, you can't tell that this is what's going to be. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
So. And I don't know, I think this is yarn bead. This is mandala, I think. Mandala. It is Lion Brand. And this is the pattern. I don't know if you can see that. So, it'd be interesting to see how that turns out in the shawl. And this is my own pattern. It's Kai's a simple pattern. This is even simpler. So, if I put this out, it'll be a free pattern because it's really for those people who just can't be bothered to put out a pattern. If I do that, I might ask somebody to test it just to make sure.
Right.
There we go.
Okay, so the last one, and I was not intending to be
I know.
last. I was focused on something. I'll show you the notes of what I was writing when I'm done.
I'm not worried about it. I am going to take this off because I'm hot.
So in my Plover Bird Kissing Bunnies bag is Autumn, and the pattern is a Winter White Owl pattern by Claire Garland. And I actually did quite a bit of work on this.
It's so cute.
It's currently not on the needles because I need to pick up for the other side.
Pick up the other side of what?
Hold on. I don't want to give too much detail because I think it's paid for.
Yeah, it was free for a little while. I don't know if it's still free or not.
So it's starting to look like an owl.
So cute.
So here's the back. I think I still have a tail that needs to come in.
Yeah, what you're seeing down here are the wings.
Yeah, these are the wings. And then this comes around front. The face will be in here somewhere, I think. This is part of the chest.
So pretty.
So the main color here is Mom's yarn. And he's just going to be a really cute size. He's going to be able to fit in the palm of the hand.
Mm-hmm. It's a mini owl.
So
it's cute.
And I don't think it's just my gauge. I think that
it's a small pattern.
I think it's just a small pattern, which is adorable.
I mean, if you wanted to get it bigger, you could always do it in a worsted or something, or bulky or something. But I don't think it's ever going to be a big pattern.
No, I think it's just meant to be cute.
Yeah.
So I've thoroughly enjoyed knitting on this, as evidenced by the fact that I think I was just on the main body. I think I just started. Yeah, I hadn't even done the short rows.
Yeah.
On the main body at that point. So I've finished quite a bit of it since you last saw, because that's what I wanted to work on.
She was going gangbusters on Saturday, I think it was, with it. She just did a whole bunch of it.
Friday.
Okay, Friday.
Because Saturday night
well, your night.
Yeah, that's true.
So it was actually Saturday morning.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I think that's all for whips. Okay. Do you have any FOs?
I do not.
Okay, neither do I. Okay, so that leads us on to what? Stash enhancements.
Last time we did stash enhancements first, we forgot your shop. We should do shop.
We're not going to forget my shop.
Okay, because the stash enhancements.
How many do you have?
Just the 2.
Okay, I have 2 as well.
Okay, so I'm going to do these 2 together because they kind of go together.
Actually, I have 3, but I'm not showing the third one.
I kind of feel like the Matash Cardinal set needs to be a true set. So there's the mitts with the cable, because it's those Irish hiking mitts.
Right.
So you have the cable there. You have my Duke, which has the cable in the front and in the back. So I felt like it needed a hat that had a cable. So I picked up Nederland Beanie.
Is it Nederland or Netherland?
Nederland?
Huh.
I don't know. So
Pretty.
It's got the one cable there, and I felt like it works really well with the rest of the set that way. Because I could have done a one of the other hat patterns that
Like a
I
Bankhead
like.
or
A
something.
Bankhead or something, but it wouldn't have pulled in the cables that the other ones had. So, that's what this is for. To start a hat to complete that kit, that set.
Very nice.
So, that's why those two.
And yes, we are wearing opposite colors again today.
Yes, we are.
Okay, what else do you have?
That's it.
That's it. Okay.
Because they were done together.
Okay, the first one I had to tell you about, I can't show you. It's bare yarn, and you'll see some of that is no longer bare. You'll see that in a little bit. And then the other things I got from Brittany. We did a swap, and she sent me some really nice cards. So I've got these lovely cards. She sent me also this little notepad. It's a shame to write on it. It's so cute. It's knitting needles and a ball of yarn. I would love to know where she finds these things. It's adorable. So, and all my cards are in here. So, she even sent me some more of my owl cards, which I am happy to see a couple of those. So, thank you, Brittany. Oh, I forgot to open this.
Oh, well, that
I think it's a Christmas card to the family. So, okay. I have one more, so you can go ahead. Did you?
I don't have
Oh,
any
you don't
others.
have any more.
Because I did mine two together.
The other one that I have, I didn't buy this. I won this from Heidi, from Undead Yarn, for her Whip It Good Cow, I think, last month. And this is Juliana's Lucid Dream sock yarns in the Raver colorway. I don't know what that's a reference to. 80% superwash merino wool, 20% nylon, 420 yards. Machine. Okay, so this is the colorway. Isn't that pretty? I'm not sure what I ever thought to put those colors together, and they work really well. I wonder what Raver is a reference to. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to look it up. And she's out of Canada, so if you want to see her yarn, her shop is julianasfiber.com, and she's based in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. So, isn't that pretty? Thank you, Heidi, for your generosity in offering it. Thank you, Juliana. I don't know if you bought it from Juliana or if Juliana
Gave it.
gave it, but in any case, thank you for making it available.
So
Okay.
that means it's your shop now.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
But I don't want to forget it this time.
Yeah, I forgot to do my shop information last week, so let's start with that.
I'm awake.
Yes, you are.
The one cup of caffeine every rare once in a while actually means the caffeine's effective.
Yeah. Okay, I've got a bunch of yarn to show you this time. Let me just get it all out here. Okay, the two I forgot to show you are these two. Okay, this is another one in the Night Owl's colorway, and this is a long sport, 328 yards, 80-20. Okay, so that's Night Owl, and you saw this on the fingering weight base last time. And this, I can't decide if I should call this basic black or leave it lump of coal. I did lump of coal, but I think I put a little more dye in it, and I think it's actually more black. So I think I'm going to call this one basic black. And it is black. It's got a little bit of gray in it, but it is black. And this is a long sport, 328 yards. Again, this is the same base as this. Okay. So they're going to be going up in the shop. Then I hit the dye pots again, and I did this one. Made my daughter extremely happy, Davina. This is Quicksilver. Okay. And this is the same base. This is the long sport. I made it originally to go with those other two, but doesn't have to. It's just a very soft silvery gray, almost a medium, but not quite. And Davina was ecstatic that I called it Quicksilver because she loves the Quicksilver from X-Men. Not the one from Avengers necessarily, although she likes him too, but the one from X-Men, Apocalypse.
Yes.
So this is Quicksilver, and I have one of these. And that will be going up in the shop as soon as I can get it tagged and photographed.
Quicksilver's kind of a difficult character in the comics, I've always felt.
Yeah. Okay, this is a fingering weight, and this is Oh Christmas Tree. Okay.
It's pretty.
I have one of these. I can make more of these if I need to. So this is Oh Christmas Tree. And this is a fingering sock. I believe it is 75-25 or 20, yeah, 75-25. And I wanted to get these up before the sale ended. If I don't, I may be having a mini sale afterwards. I did want to have at least one update for you guys on the sale. So we'll see what happens. Let me see. Okay. This one is poinsettia. I don't know if you can see some of the variations in the yarn here. Dark to light. Not extremely light, but light. And this is poinsettia. And again, this is one I can make if people like it. Let's see here. I had a busy week dyeing. Of course, the first two I had ready for last week, but the rest of these were done for this week. Okay, this is called, I haven't quite decided if it's Amber Treasures or Encased in Amber, but this is something to do with amber, okay? And these are Long Sport. Okay. And this was fun to make. It was a lot of experimentation to make this one. But I wrote it down. I had to make sure that I did some speckling on this. Anything you see with speckles is Brittany's influence. Thank you for the kind words regarding my chai tea latte, pumpkin spice chai latte with cream. I'm glad you like that, Brittany. Okay. And this one I also was playing around with. I play around with ideas for what I can do with these yarns while I'm dyeing. And I thought that this would be really pretty with the first two I showed. In a shawl or something. But, well, here, I can't get it. It's underneath everything. But the Night Owls and the Basic Black. These are my two newest ones. These are, and they're still wet. I have to hang them again. They have not been reskeined. And they do need to dry. This is Blue Christmas. Okay. And I will show this to you reskeined if I haven't put it up the shop and it hasn't sold next week. Blue Christmas. Okay, and this is fingering sock as well. 75-25 with sparkles. This is on my start. I think I called it my Stardust base. So this does have sparkles. It's hard to show on the camera, but it is a sparkle base. 5% stellina. So I think it's 75-25. I have to check the ball band. It's downstairs. But it's 5% stellina, I know that. So I don't know if you can see.
I don't think
Sparkle.
the sparkle picks up. There you go.
Yeah. So that's Blue Christmas. So that's everything that I have for my Etsy shop.
And guys, I haven't checked out, for the first time in months, I actually have design percolating.
Yay! That's awesome. So, keep an eye open for those to come up. If they come up before the coupon code goes defunct, then they will be under that. And if they don't, then I will try to put in a sale in the next couple weeks, next few days, whatever, that will encompass all these as well, because I did say I would do at least 1 or 2 updates, and I think I did one, but I wasn't happy with not having any Christmas yarns in that. So keep an eye out for that. I'll try to get up something, a sale, if I don't get these in under the coupon code, which goes
Currently
out.
exists.
Yeah, it currently exists. It goes until the 10th. That's tomorrow. I don't think it'll be up before then. So just keep an eye out for that. Okay, so what's next?
Really, that's about it.
Excuse me, this is a really short one. Okay.
Whoa.
All right. Author
Holy short podcast,
Batman.
Batman.
Do you have anything to say for autobiography?
I don't think I did a whole lot of writing this week simply because I worked like every other day, and I don't get a whole lot done when I work every other day.
Right.
And
for me, you may not see a lot from me next week because I have my colonoscopy is coming up on Friday, which means I've already started the prep in terms of the diet and stuff like that, and I probably won't be able to do a whole lot this week. I'd be surprised if I do, but I might toward the beginning of the week. But so if you guys want to keep me in your prayers, keep me in your good wishes for Friday, I would appreciate that. Usually I don't get real nervous about these kind of things, but for some reason it's been a little different this year, so appreciate your prayers for that.
you're usually pretty nervous about the colonoscopy.
I haven't been as bad as this, but I had reasons this time. Okay. I think we're podcasting on Monday next week, aren't we?
I think that's a plan.
Okay. Before we go into that, though, we want to thank Stephanie, Angela, Donna, and Rena for your comments on YouTube. I think I got to everybody before we did the podcast.
And then Brittany commented on Rav.
Brittany commented on Ravelry. Brittany, I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to respond just yet. Every time I sat down, somebody had something else to do with the computer, and I didn't have a chance to write it. So,
And I just am a horrible person.
yes, you are. But anyway.
Although I did work every other night. For those of you who are not familiar, I work 12-hour night shifts in the hospital. So when usually I'm pretty tired after, and I always had something to do after I got off of work the past week. So
it's been a busy,
sleep has been a little bit not quite as much as I would have liked.
Yeah, it's been a harder week, a challenging week, not a hard week.
Not even challenging.
And to get sleep and to get things done, it has been not like it's difficult or anything, just a little bit of finagling to do
inconvenience.
things. Yes, inconvenience is a good word.
I am full of good words.
You're full of something.
I'm full of
Yeah, this is a family-oriented program. Keep your mouth clean. Lifebuoy.
What?
Lifebuoy. Lifebuoy.
What are you
You're
talking?
blind. It was the Lifebuoy.
What are you
Was it
talking
Lifebuoy?
about?
What was the soap? What was the soap? It's a reference from the Christmas movie. You'll shoot your eye out.
Oh,
What was the soap? It was Lifebuoy, wasn't it?
no, I don't think so.
It was a soap. I can't remember what soap it was. Anyway, the reference was that. The reference is to
Christmas Story.
Ralph's character on Christmas Story, and they have a little vignette where he's blind and he's
Right, I
coming
forgot
in,
that.
and there was the soap, and I thought it was Lifebuoy. But
It
I'm not
might
sure.
have been. That's not like my top Christmas movie, even
Yeah.
though it's one we watch
But
every
they
year.
played it like ad nauseum, like in the late '80s and early '90s. So it was like
Because I usually, if I watch nothing else, I watch It's a Wonderful Life.
Scrooge
I watch Scrooge
and Miracle.
and Miracle on 34th Street, and I might miss every other Christmas movie, but I usually get those three.
Yeah, we have our favorites. So
Uh-huh.
we watched.
I don't get to watch a lot of Christmas movies with the family because of my night shift schedule.
We watched last night the Santa Claus.
The one with
Tim Allen.
Oh, okay. I've only seen that one once.
Yeah.
You see, I usually think of Santa Claus the movie with Martin Short. No, not Short.
Dudley Moore.
Dudley Moore. Thank you.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's a very big digression. We will try to podcast on the 18th. That's Monday. We will be letting you know.
Ernest is the other one I usually have to watch.
Yes, Ernest. That's a fun one. That's a fun one. We will try. We'll let you know when we're podcasting for Christmas and New Year's, because I don't think we're going to podcast on the day. That's our Monday schedule, but it's Christmas and New Year's, so
Well, I'm working Christmas nights.
we will keep you posted as to when we're going to podcast for that. And I doubt that you're going to be watching on Christmas and New Year's anyway. So we will let you know. We aren't going to skip the week. We just have to figure out.
No, we'll
when
have to arrange it differently because holidays as a healthcare worker, you work in the hospital, there really isn't a holiday completely off. Someone has to be there for the people who unfortunately are sick on the holiday.
I think I'm going to set up a recipe swap thread, because I had an idea that I wanted to do that's not going to be able to come to fruition because of all the things that started happening, her health, things that happened to my husband, my own stuff. That's not going to be able to happen. So in lieu of that, I think I'm going to set up a recipe swap thread for Christmas and New Year's, so that you can put your favorite recipes in there, because you hear people talk, like poor Valeria had to wait a year and a half for my biscotti recipe. I'm sorry, Valeria, honestly, I truly am. But we are going to set up a thread, and that way we can maybe swap that way. And that would be a lot of fun. So yeah, okay. So having done that, it is Sunday. It is almost 10 o'clock and she has to get to bed. And I need to get my religious stuff started for Sunday. So we're going to say goodbye. We are glad you had so long. Farewell, Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. Okay. Anyway, so thank you for joining us in the Woman Cave for the fun in the Woman Cave. Fun in the Woman Cave. For the fun in the Woman Cave. We wish you a happy week, blessed week, full of every crafty good thing and every good thing and blessing in general. And we hope to see you next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 280. What did I say it was? 5?
Something
I
like
did
that?
this again. Was it 285? I didn't put it on this time. I did this last time.
285 sounds right.
285 sounds right, but it might be 286.
I think it's 285.
Because it doesn't do what yours does.
And I could just open my pod.
There it is, 286.
Oh.
Episode 2. So, this is Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 286, and that's a wrap.
Bye.